All right, welcome to another episode of Ag Warriors. This is the first time we've ever tried recording. We recorded it in Germany, but we did it in a room.
Yep.
This is the first time we've ever recorded open air. Booth is there.
In the wild.
In the wild. I'm really excited to have Levi Scherman. What generation are you?
So I'll be fourth.
Fourth generation. So, wow. That's some pressure.
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Fourth generation. Levi is Trevor Scherman's son, Pat Scherman's grandson, Michelle Scherman, who's actually the boss.
She's the real boss.
She's the real boss,
Yeah.
son, and somebody who I've gotten to know a little bit over the last couple of years. And you came to Germany with us. Your mom let you come to Germany.
She did let me go.
Yeah, you've been working the booth with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So felt like now would be a great time to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, let's have you on. We had your grandpa on. Are you going to cry?
No, I won't cry like
For
you did.
sure?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure.
And that's going to be my goal, is make
me cry.
Make you cry like your grandpa did. We're not even sure how the audio is going to turn out. I suppose we should have checked it ahead of time, but
Should work. Hopefully it works.
we'll roll. We'll roll. So let's start with paint a picture for me of the farm, where it started,
Yep.
who started it, what it started as, and kind of where it's at today.
Yeah, so it started with, obviously Grandpa's dad would be my great-grandpa. Came over here, I can't tell you for sure the year, but yeah, that was 4 generations ago. Landed.
From where?
Austria. They came over, and then he met his wife, which I'm pretty sure she was Russian. So they met, I'm pretty sure, on the way over here. Don't quote
So
me
you
on
have
that.
Russian blood,
I do a little bit.
right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Might have to send you out to some of these other booths.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I don't think it'll get us very far.
No, it won't get us very far.
No, we won't get many points there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they started the farm. They actually landed about, just say 30 miles from where we are now. And then they decided there wasn't enough rocks there. So they moved the farm to where it is now. Started with by horse, breaking dirt. That would have sucked.
So they homesteaded then?
They did, yeah.
And there was no ground at that time.
No.
It wasn't broken. It was
No.
all, and by horse.
Yep.
What's that like?
It's be a little different than what we do now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Long hours.
How much land have you broken in your lifetime?
My lifetime, full fields, we've done 300 acres. And then I'd probably 600 by the time we pick out the 20-acre chunks here in a boat. But
And how many of those have you done by horse?
zero.
Zero.
Yeah, those went a lot quicker than the acres that they did
Yeah.
a long time ago. Yeah.
So they landed, started farming, knew they wanted to farm. Was he a farmer in Austria?
I don't believe so. I can't say for sure, but I don't believe so. No.
And when was your granddad born? When was Pat born?
Pat is 75 now,
Wow.
so it'd be 1950, right?
That math
that math
checks out.
checks out.
Even at 8 o'clock in Germany or whatever time it is.
So yeah, in 1950, yeah. And then he was born, and he started farming.
All right, good morning, Team Canada. Thank you so much for being
We're going to take a pause because it's the national anthem. This happens,
Something about the national anthem gets you just going.
right? Like you hear the song, I want to slash somebody
Me
right
too,
off the
yeah.
bat. Like, who can I spear?
Mhm.
Don't even have a stick. So, all right, back at it.
Yes. Yeah, born in 1950. You might remember when he said he started farming. He wasn't very old,
No, he was really young.
like 13 or something.
yeah,
12?
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, he started farming, and Grandpa had cleats, 3. Yeah, so he farmed with his 2 brothers.
Yep.
And
I remember that.
Yeah.
How many? I can't remember how many acres they took over from their dad when
Yeah.
he started. It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't very much, no.
Yeah.
And then, when I was born, he was still farming, or when I was young, he was still farming with his 2 brothers. I think it was about when I was 10 years old, so it would have been, how old am I now?
21.
21, so about
So 11 years ago.
11 years ago-ish.
Yeah.
They decided to go their own ways, so Grandpa and Dad took whatever land they had and started farming on.
Did they just split the land in 3?
So it was all, it was never true third. It was Pat had some land, Cletus had some land, and Don had some land. So
And who?
And Don. That was Grandpa's other
You have
brother.
to talk up just in case the mics don't pick up. Yeah. Cletus?
Cletus, that's real.
That's a real name.
A real name.
When you said that, I was like, that can't be a real
My
name.
uncle Cletus, yeah.
I thought he was just a black sheep and he called him Cletus. No? Okay.
That's serious. Yeah.
So Cletus. So they each had their own land. It was just shared equipment?
Shared equipment, correct.
Okay. So that must have been a big change.
It was big, yeah. You go from a large amount of acres, especially for that time, and then you split it. It goes from a lot to not a lot. A lot less equipment, a lot less manpower, which I wasn't fully into the farm yet, being
11
years old.
Didn't follow Pat's footsteps
Not quite.
and start farming right away?
I took a couple years more than he did. But yeah, it changed a lot of things, but from then to where we are now, I think.
Do you remember that period, like pretty vividly?
Not vividly. I do remember parts of it.
Was it stressful? Like, do you remember your mom and dad being stressed? Or...
Yeah, because Dad was still working full time.
Yep.
At the time, and then having to do it all not by himself, but just the two of them. It was tough. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Yeah.
I can imagine that would have been. You go from having help around the farm to just being a couple of you.
Yeah.
And how many acres were you guys at that time?
I'm gonna say ballpark 4,000.
4,000 acres.
That number sticks out in my head.
Yeah.
At one point or another. So yeah.
So that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, about.
When did you start getting involved with the farm?
So as soon as they'd let me drive stuff, yeah, probably 13, 14, just driving the grain cart, driving the combine. I didn't start seeding till I want to say I was 15. Yeah, around that 14, 15 is when I really started driving.
Did you like it right away?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no doubt in your mind that someday you wanted to farm.
Yeah, no doubt that was exactly what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Yeah.
So, did you play sports growing up?
Yeah, so I played them all pretty much, other than soccer.
Does that even count?
I don't think so.
No. I mean,
we
in
shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
They don't know what soccer is. I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a short stint with American football, because I got to clarify here. Hockey.
What position did you play in American football?
I was QB for like 2 games, and then I realized I wasn't good at it.
Couldn't throw the ball?
That was that.
Yeah.
Then I thought I'd try baseball. So I played baseball mainly, and then hockey I played till I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah, snowboarded actually competitively for a long time, so that was cool. So yeah, lots of sports growing up.
And how did that work? Your dad's working full time, your mom's working full time.
Yeah.
The farm's going, and you're playing sports. Did they ever make it to any of your sporting events?
Dad coached them all.
Dad coached them all?
Dad didn't coach baseball. He coached hockey. Yeah, every year. Yeah.
So he coached hockey. He didn't coach ball.
He did not coach.
He didn't play ball.
No.
You didn't know anything
Wasn't
about
a
it.
Ball player.
So he drank a lot of beer during ball.
Yep.
Yeah. Made all the tournaments.
He was always there.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you've got a pretty powerful, father.
Yep.
Grandfather, mom.
Yep.
What's it like? Like, do you feel pressure being a Scherman?
I mean, there'll always be the fact that I am a Scherman, and
right.
Dad's my dad and Pat's my grandpa. I wouldn't call it a bad pressure.
Right.
It's a good pressure in a way of, they kind of paved the way, and you feel honored to follow in the footsteps, but at the same time try and be your own person.
Yeah.
And veer out of that path a little bit. So yeah, it's not a bad pressure, but there is pressure. Yeah.
I mean, I could see wanting to veer out from under the shadow a bit. Like, your dad casts a pretty big shadow, and I mean, I would say your grandpa casts a different shadow than your dad. But I could certainly see where your dad's a big personality, and then, you get introduced in. Do you feel like you have to be that?
Nope, not at all.
Never felt that?
Nope, never.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So, went to high school in North Battleford?
Correct, I did.
Yeah. How many kids in your graduating class?
I think 120 ballpark, so it's not the normal Saskatchewan small town high school story you hear.
Where there's 12?
Yeah, where there's 12. So I missed I lived a mile too far north. Otherwise, I would have had that story in a town called Wilkie, but yeah.
Would you rather have had that story?
I don't know. I don't think I'd say I'd like to change anything. I mean, everything worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm now playing senior hockey in that town, so I kind of know
You play
everyone.
senior
now.
hockey?
I do. I just started. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't play since you were 15? You took a 6-year break?
Yeah, I played a couple games last year with a different team. Yeah, now I'm back.
What position?
Forward now, I guess, is what they tell me. Yeah.
That's what they tell you?
Yeah.
So what kind of hockey player are you?
Not a good one.
No?
No. I'm the guy that when there's some ruckus, I'm the guy to go.
You're the ruckus guy?
Yeah.
You don't seem like, you seem kind of like a pretty boy.
I'm kind of one of those guys when you put the helmet on,
right?
I got to switch it.
Snaps?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I mean...
Well, you can come watch anytime.
Yeah, I will have to come watch. I didn't know that. So Logan from Duckfoot also plays senior hockey. He looks like he's the ruckus guy.
Yeah.
Would you ruckus with with Logan?
Not a chance. No.
So you pick, even when the switch goes off, you're picking who you're ruckusing with?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
What league is it?
I think we're the SAS West level, something like that.
How many teams?
6, I think. Yeah.
And so you just decided last year you're going to go back and start
Well,
playing
they lost
hockey?
a bunch of guys. And I kind of got roped into that crew this summer, and they kind of forced me into it. So now I'm there. They needed
Have you
guys.
scored yet?
I haven't even played a game yet with them.
Oh, you haven't played a game?
No, their first game was like a few days ago.
What about last year? Did you score last year?
No.
No. Are you planning on scoring?
No.
No. 0 goals. How many penalty minutes?
100's doable. No, maybe not.
100.
We'll see.
100's doable.
100's doable.
I think I played 15 years of senior hockey and have like 1,100 penalty minutes. But you have to get kicked out because you get 10 minutes every time you get kicked out.
Well, they changed it now. A fight, you get kicked out.
Right. So you can get the way to do it is to get like 4 for spearing.
Yeah.
And then fight the guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get 2 for instigating, spear a guy, jump a guy, fight a guy, and then get a couple 10s in there, and all of a sudden you're at 30 minutes, you're well on your way to 100.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a nice little rabbit trail.
Yeah.
So went to high school, graduated high school. Sounds like you fell in love with farming right off the bat.
Yep.
You knew you wanted to do that, but your dad said you can't really come to the farm right away.
Yeah, no, he said I don't want to see you for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
So I went to Vermilion, to Lakeland College, where I took crop technology there for 2 years.
Why crop technology?
So, yeah, most kids will go U of S for the agronomy program, the 4-year degree. I knew I wanted to get back pretty quick. And I knew I didn't necessarily need the degree, so I could skip a lot of the maths, the Englishes, all the fun stuff you have to do when you get to universities. Lakeland let me do that with that program, so that was the main drive.
So really, you knew when you left for college, I want to just get this done so I can get back.
More or less, yeah.
And one of the things, I think the first time that we really started talking was probably Thanks for Farming Tour, which you were only like...
I wasn't very old.
16, 17? Let's see, you're 21 now.
Yeah.
That was 2020.
Yeah, I would have been 15, 16.
15, 16, drinking beers with Quick Dick.
Yeah, we did do that.
Your dad, or your grandpa, that's Pat's fault.
Yep.
Never told Michelle that, so if you watch this, Michelle,
sorry, Mom.
I had no part in this. But you kind of disappeared for a couple years, finished school, and then next thing I know, you're working Ag and Motion for... Who were you working for?
It was Bayer.
Bayer.
Yeah, it was a Bayer.
So how'd that come about?
So it was, I went to school, and then, so Dad was a Bayer for a long time. His boss at the time was still in that same role. He texted me and said, hey, if you want a job, apply. It closes end of the week or whatever. So I applied. Got the job, and that's what I did for that summer. So it was pretty...
What was that like? What's working for a company like Bayer? Because
it's different.
Some people like Bayer,
yeah,
and some people hate Bayer.
Yeah, no, it's different. Growing up, I heard the stories of, I call it Old Bayer, New Bayer, and I can say that now. Old Bayer was way more fun. New Bayer's not so much fun. It's gone a lot more. It was always corporate, big corporate, but now it feels like a big corporate company. You don't know your boss's boss. You don't any of that stuff. It's kind of a revolving door, especially right now. So it was fun.
What'd you learn?
So I worked with probably one of the best sales reps of all time. Roger McComas is his name. So I'm not going to say I learned
Well, your father's one of the greatest sales people of all time.
Yeah, it was a little questionable sometimes, but
yeah,
there's a way to get stuff done.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he didn't exactly teach me the trained sales skills, I'll call them, that you would learn at a sales training event. More of the, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Soft skills?
Yeah, the soft skills, how to take care of your guys, how to not pick your guys, because that's a bad thing to say, but know your drivers, all that stuff that, isn't necessarily what
like the drivers that were delivering to your customers.
Correct, yeah.
Interesting. So it's not just about the customers, it's about the people that are serving the customers?
Yeah. And party. He taught me pretty well how to party with your customers too, so that was good.
Yeah. You're young, right out of high school.
Yeah.
Probably didn't hate that very much.
No, it was a good time. Yeah.
So you worked at Bayer for 1 year?
Yeah, no, not even a full year. It was just a summer contract.
Just a summer, and that was after high school?
No, so I was high school, I worked on the farm, went to college.
So 1 year of college, then that first summer, that's what you did?
Yeah.
And then you finished your second year of college?
Correct, yeah.
And then what?
Yeah, so I got the offer from Bayer to go back, and I was like, I don't really know if that's what I want to do necessarily. Some shakeups happened. Looked another direction, and I thought in my head, Canterra seeds, I kind of see them more and more. They're growing, they're small, cool, kind of sounds like everything I want to be a part of.
Yep.
Got a phone number from my old boss of a rep, Joanna, who I work with now. She passed me on to the boss. She gave me her number, Lori. Gave her a call on a break one day at school. And she said, yeah, like, if you want a job, interview, see how it goes. Interviewed, signed a summer contract with them, and never left.
That was after your second year.
Correct.
So what do you do for Canterra now?
So I'm a territory manager for the seed sales.
Okay, what's your territory?
So yeah, I cover, I'll draw the circle. So we call it the Sask-Alberta border territory. So about as far east as North Battleford, Meadow Lake, Kindersley on that line. And then as far west is Vermilion. And then down Provost. It's a big enough area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you finished school.
Yep.
Got on with Canterra for your second year.
Yep.
And then stayed.
Yep.
So what are your responsibilities now for Canterra? What do you do? What's a day in the life of Levi?
Day in the life would be, depending on the year, like right now, it's pretty busy seed selling season.
But
I say that in Germany.
With us, yeah.
I did take holidays, so no one can get me.
They were okay with you coming to Germany?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're supportive of stuff of that nature. So, yeah, busy seed selling season. So it's pretty much popping into retails. You do your launch, your pricing, your new product, all that good stuff, and then it's making phone calls to farmers, making phone calls to retails, driving around, schmoozing, I guess. It sounds bad to say, but
learning, using all the skills that you learned from Roger.
Yeah, exactly.
Partying.
Yeah.
You're basically partying.
It's sometimes, not all the time.
Right.
It does happen. Yeah.
Now, have you picked up on some of how are you taking care? Like you said, one of the lessons you learned from Roger was taking care of the drivers and getting to know the drivers. How are you doing that now?
Yeah, so when I first started, I really wanted to be farmer contact, be on every farm I could possibly be on. And Roger told me, influence those who influence others. So I can't talk to the 12,000 farmers that are in my circle.
You have 12,000 farmers?
I'm throwing a random number.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, you can't talk to all of them.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, making sure the retail's on board with what I'm trying to push out.
Yep.
Making sure the salespeople at the retail are on board with what I'm trying to push out. If they're on board, they can touch a lot more people than I can. So that's...
What's your traditional retail look like?
So we deal mostly with an independent retail, so not your Nutrients, your Cargills, your big boys. We deal, independents and co-ops mainly. So they're a little more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's
a little less red tape too.
A little less red tape, yeah. So it's most of them have a fertilizer shack of some sort. They're busy with all year. And then otherwise, you got your few salespeople in there that are doing everything: chemical, seed, fertilizer, office admin people. I feel like most offices you would walk into. Yeah, pretty standard. Yeah.
And you, so you've now been, I'm guessing, you would have been 2 years total with them?
Year
and a half?
Yeah, this will be my second selling season.
Second selling season. So what did you learn last year that you're taking into this year's selling season?
Yeah.
You learn every year.
Yeah. So last year I got thrown to the wolves a little bit. I didn't know if I was going to have the job I have now, until it happened during Ag in Motion.
Yep.
Nope. Crop production. I can't remember. But fairly soon before the selling season, yeah, it would have been Ag in Motion. I didn't do enough pre-work because I didn't know if I was going to have the job. I didn't have lists of groups of people who I want to target, who I'm comfortable with is going to buy again, who I want to go after. So a lot more pre-work this year.
So you did the homework this year.
Yeah.
And are your numbers reflecting that?
So far.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole canola sales in general from every company ever are down, but we're on track.
So as long as the Chinese, which we could probably find a delegation around here somewhere to talk to and see if we can open the doors, guys. We need our canola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good.
So one of the things, so you got back you decided to start selling seeds. So you're doing that.
Yeah.
And you decided that you wanted to get back in the farm.
So yeah, I never left the farm the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
You never left the farm, but now you started buying some land.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. What was that like? And what was the conversation with your dad like and your grandpa?
Yeah. So the first, it wasn't much of a conversation really. We didn't plan for it to happen that fast. It happened, some land came up for sale at home, pretty close to home. It was pasture land, the stuff that we broke up I was telling you about. Yep. And Dad goes, "You want to do it?" And I said, "I think so." So he started bidding on it. Won the bid, sold everything I had in my name pretty much to get enough for the down payment.
What did you sell?
Sold, my truck was a big one. Had a few sets of rims I got rid of, some stuff like that. I didn't have much to my name.
Right.
So obviously had a little bit of help from Mom and Dad for that. But sold everything.
Sold everything. They were like, if you sell everything, we'll help you with the rest.
It wasn't really like I said, it wasn't much of a conversation. It kind of just happened that way.
Yeah. So you bought 300 acres then?
Yeah, I bought 300 acres, and then that was second year. I was still in school when this all went down.
Okay.
Right around Christmas of 24 it would have been.
Yep.
23, sorry. And then, so broke that up, farmed it for a year, rented some other stuff from a retired farmer in the area. Rented a little bit out more from a older lady. She lives in Edmonton now.
Okay.
And she phoned me up a year ago and said, "Hey, I like what you're doing. I think I'm going to sell it to you." So that happened in about a 10-minute phone call. We had all the paperwork done, and so that one happened pretty quick.
So how many acres was that?
That was another 300. So
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm a proud owner of 600 acres.
You farm 600 acres.
Farm 900.
Farm 900. Own 6. So how big's the total farm now?
So we'll be knocking on 10. Not quite. I wish I could say 10, but I think it's about 9,400 now.
9,400.
Seed 9,400.
And seed 9,400. 600 of that's 900 of that's yours.
Correct. Yeah.
What was that like this year with everything that's gone down? Because you're 21. Like you're not 30, used to canola and all the shit that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
What was it like this year? Because this would have been probably your first full year.
This is my second crop.
Second crop on 900 acres?
No. So I've rented the stuff that I bought from the lady before. So this is second year on 900.
Second year on 900 acres. What was that like?
I thought about it not too long ago, actually, Jeremy, and I was like, this is not small. Like what it's this is
those are some big numbers.
They're not small numbers anymore.
Yeah.
Especially when Mom starts giving me all my bills, then they're really not small numbers. But no, like I said, I never really thought about it or had any second thoughts. It was, this is what we're doing it. And the other day I was like, that happened.
You're farming 900 acres.
Farming. Yeah, we're doing it for real. Yeah.
And you're selling seed.
Yep.
And now one of the things that's really cool about your family is they're not just farmers.
Nope.
They're inventors.
Yep.
Have you thought of anything?
A few things.
Yeah.
And Grandpa didn't tell me it was stupid, so we're getting somewhere.
Your Grandpa didn't tell you they were stupid?
Yeah.
Wow, Pat, because Pat's like a serial inventor.
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you remember that you were like, that's cool that Grandpa invented?
So I was really young. He talked about the grain auger, obviously, when he was on. The grain auger he invented. I was too young to realize how freaking cool it was.
Yep.
We still have a ton of them at home, and I'm like, every time I use it, I'm like, this thing's awesome.
But why did that not go anywhere? Like, why was it shelved?
stuff that I don't know enough about.
Right.
Lawyers and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So it is a shame it didn't go anywhere because it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but you don't really remember that one in that process.
No.
You remember the drop pan?
I do remember the drop pan. I remember the argument that made the drop pan.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I was still pretty young when this all went down, but I remember on the two-way radios, it was, you're going too fast, slow down, this, that, and there was a couple weeks of that, and then finally...
Pat yelling at Trevor?
Yeah.
Or Trevor, who was yelling at who?
Pretty sure Pat was telling Dad to slow down.
Right.
If I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Yell at me later. But, yeah, and then they showed up with something that looks a little bit like that, Grandpa did. And, yeah, now we make them.
So whose idea was it?
I think it was Pat's.
It was Pat's idea.
Yeah.
Trevor, I'm sorry. I've been giving you credit for a long time. It's not.
It ends now.
It ends now. It's Pat's idea.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Yep.
There's all kinds of imitation drop pans out there now. What has that been like? Does your dad and grandpa take pride in that?
I think a little bit.
Yeah, because
Yep.
they didn't invent it necessarily to make a ton of money.
No, so we built one, and then a neighbor, I think, saw it in the shop one day and was like, oh, if you built a few of those, I'm sure you could sell them to all of our neighbors. Yeah, sure, I guess so. And I think we made 20.
Yeah.
Then Dad threw it up on Twitter, and those were gone that day.
Yeah.
Because I guess we should order some more parts and start building more. So, yeah, we didn't build it to be at Agritechnica. I'll say
Right.
that.
And now your drop pan is front and center at Agritechnica. I mean, we've had some crazy conversations this week on that.
Yep.
And I mean, there's copies out there. There's other drop pans out there. And I've heard you say it. I've heard your dad say it. Like, at least you're using a drop pan.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Why is that so important for farmers?
Oh, I mean, the numbers we're playing with now, canola's, I wish it was $15. We're not quite there yet, but 2 bushels at $15 to the acre, it's $30 an acre. You just paid for your fungicide, your in-crop, you paid for a lot of stuff to just put all the work in and aimlessly go put the pedal
Hammer
to the pedal.
down. So what about corn?
What about
Corn's $3.30.
Yeah,
Why
sucks.
is that important?
Yeah, so there's the flip side too. There's not much money in corn. We need to squeeze every bushel out of that crop we can get.
Yeah.
To cover some of the bills. I'm not guaranteed you're going to pay all your bills, but...
Not a $3.30 corn.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's even more important when it's not worth anything.
So what are you going to... you said you've had some ideas. You've pitched them to your grandpa.
Yep.
He said, Levi, that's not dumb.
Yep.
Which is pretty high praise because Pat will tell you if it's dumb.
Yep.
So are you going to try to patent? Have you started anything?
I haven't started anything. I've pieced together in my head and on some spreadsheets the parts I need and a few dummy prototypes that might go down this winter, but yeah.
Stay tuned.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll see where it goes. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what's the future hold? Like, I mean, it almost seems like you got the world by the tail. You're going to get punched in the face at some point. Not by anyone here, hopefully. Maybe on the other side.
Maybe.
But nobody on this side of the booth is going to fight you.
No.
But what's the future hold? Like, what if 3 years from now, 5 years from now, if we're sitting, let's say it's every 2 years, so 4 years from now, we're sitting back here at Agritechnica, we're re-recording this. What will have happened for you to consider that to have been a success? Where will you be in 4 years?
Yeah, I mean, at home, I'd love to keep growing the farm. Farm will always be at the top of my list, always has been. I told my bosses that when I interviewed. I said that will always be
number one.
Number one.
Yep.
So hopefully the farm's grown. We've made some changes to be more efficient, whether that's equipment, whether that's anything we do.
Yep.
I want the farm to be as efficient as we can make it. Which in 4 years, the amount of stuff that's here, a lot of things that can make that possible.
Zoom Lion.
So yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Zoom Lion is this crazy Chinese company with a kick-ass tractor and combine.
Pretty cool.
We don't know if it actually is going to work or not.
The concept's cool.
The concept's really, really cool. Anyways, enough about Zoom Lion.
Yeah.
So what else?
Yeah, I mean, farm's number one. I'd love to be able to keep working because I do love selling seed.
Yep.
Hopefully get to squeeze a bit more out of this thing, travel around with it. Yeah, I mean, it sounds bad, but I'm not quite I'm head down.
Head down.
Stuff work.
Yep.
To hopefully get my head up. I mean, work's all good, but I need to. Looking forward to enjoying myself a little bit too. Do some traveling.
Yep.
Living life. Yeah. Grow the farm and live life. It's
Cool.
not too much other than that.
So one of the things I've asked a lot of people that are pretty much everybody that's on the podcast, one of the questions I asked is most of these people are like 40 years old, 35 years old, 50 years old. What life lesson would you tell 21-year-old? There's the farmer the other day. Marcus, what would you tell 21-year-old Marcus? You're only 21.
Yeah.
So what would you tell a 16-year-old? Like, let's go back 5 years. What would you tell 16-year-old Levi that he needed to be smarter about?
Sounds bad. Be dumber about a couple things.
What do you mean?
Go to the party. Do it. Whatever it is.
You didn't do that.
No, not at all.
You're a liar.
No, I am.
Yeah.
No, whatever you're gonna do it and do it for real. Whether it's going to Germany for a trip or going to do it. If it's work, if it's fun, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
So you would basically steal Nike's slogan and you would tell 16-year-old Levi, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Okay.
And do it all the way.
Well, that's super cool, man. It was funny because we were just sitting here and we're like, man, we should record a podcast episode. And now I've had Pat on and I've had you on. I'm gonna have to have the big star on, which is Michelle. And then maybe someday we'll get to Trevor.
Someday.
Yeah. But anyways, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on this trip, man.
Yeah, no, it's been a
been
blast
fun.
so far.